Alrighty, we're back here with Plan B Terraform, and last time we smashed the 1,000 population barrier. Let's see, maybe we can get to 10k. It might not be that easy. If you're enjoying the game, support the developer. The game is really affordable. Yeah, if you're enjoying the videos, like, subscribe, and if you're really feeling generous, joining my Patreon would be amazing. Otherwise, yeah, let's continue. Let's see. So we had just begun terraforming. We had our first greenhouse gas generators producing sulfur hexafluoride, and then we can start expanding that. I was trying to figure out more efficient layouts for things. Let's actually do that. So we can put in a Mark II depot over here, and we can see probably somewhere like that would be the most efficient, because we can get from up to 2 spots away like that. Bring in a road down here. We can do similar up over here. Might just do it like that. Oh yes, and we unlocked the rail last time, which is going to be awesome. We can start going into some distributed production of things, which I think will be way more efficient. At the moment we've been doing direct to production kind of things, which is not efficient when we have to start like moving things out when we like deplete our resources. You'll see that we're starting to like push back as we mine out things. So it might be a good idea to like find somewhere nice to produce big flat empty land and maybe just make a big old production sector where we build all our buildings and we can ship in resources from different areas, and then also places where we can ship out resources to each of our cities and other production things. So I think that's probably a good idea. Let's see, our biggest city over here, New Fukuoka, is just not getting enough stuff, oxygen and reinforced concrete, so it's not growing anymore. Why is our oxygen so poor? Well, I guess we can just kind of double the production or triple it. That's for the oxygen at least. Reinforced concrete is short on concrete. Yeah, we're just running out of production the whole time over here. Things are just mining out. Yeah, okay, so distributed production, I think, is today's name of the game. So first, I think we need to start getting some train stuff. So rail needs concrete and steel bars, and trains need mechanical parts and high-tech parts. Where was our mechanical part? I mean, high-tech parts was up over here. This was producing the greenhouse gas things. So we could actually just check. This needs mechanical parts and high-tech parts. That's exactly what we've got here. So I'm going to make a assembly plant, and I'm going to tell you to make trains. So this place mined out. Let me just check again. The rails just need concrete and steel. So I think we had some merge production somewhere. It's the same stuff as the reinforced concrete. So I'm actually going to change this guy into an assembly plant, and I'm going to have you produce hot extractors, rail. And I'm going to tell these guys to get from here instead. Okay, so we should be getting all those things. Looks like everything is being made right now. Not necessarily in perfect amounts, but now we can start optimizing our stuff. So we can see our little log scale of pressure over here. It is starting to fall flat. We've now been at this for 36 years. We've only got 1,000 people. Poor show. We need to get up to 1 million very soon. I'm just trying to figure out where a very efficient place to build would be to be able to get to all of them. It looks like going up from over here would be good. So somewhere just off the ice cap, perhaps. I'm not sure if that's sufficient because this might get flooded. Dark is high and white is low, perhaps. Altitude 100, 200, 300. Yeah, it does look like white is lowest altitude and black is highest. Kind of the opposite for a normal depth map, but it's fine. Okay. So if we're going to be building our main production areas, we don't want it to be in the shallow areas. Like how atmosphere extractor is right over there. Yeah, I think building up here is probably our best call. Just go for a full-on northern base area. Camera gets a little bit wonky when you go up to the polar area. Yeah, this piece over here is the pole, and that's probably because things get a little bit funky up there, so they just plonk a rock. Do they have the same at the South Pole? Yes. Just because things get funky when you're dealing with polar coordinates and things. What do we look like resource wise up here? We've got a big empty patch, so I think this will be our build area. Hopefully when it melts, it goes to the shallow areas and it doesn't stay, you know, where the ice is. But I actually have no idea how this is going to work. Unless we build near each of our cities. Or do we want to concentrate on these two ones because they're nearby to each other? I'm so indecisive. Make up your damn mind. There's uneven terrain over here. I'm not sure if that actually matters much, except we've got to get through all these cliffs over here. They just call this dirt. They don't call it like water or anything, so, or ice. I don't know if we get a depot Mark 3. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to just start with our basic things. So this is going to be iron to steel. So we can build up to 2 away there. Iron to steel. And then if we want to get the other ones away, I might have to do like 2 like that, just so we can reach. Because you should be able to reach all of those from these 2, and this one can reach all those. I'm not sure what the most efficient thing would be. Like there might be another tier of these things, and then we might have to change all these things. So maybe we don't want to go too big right now. I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure what the best thing to do would be. I might come back to that. Reinforced concrete, we're short on concrete. I think we've actually dropped population somehow. I think because we're not keeping up with our productions over here. Not great. It's like the center of town becomes really high-tech and pretty, while the outskirts are still the developing areas. Yeah, we didn't have enough trucks there. This should now really speed up the spewing of gases into the atmosphere. I mean, you want global warming to be a thing. Okay. Population is increasing now. Things are green. Green is good. There we go. Okay. We've reached level 8. Now, our next objective is to increase the global temperature by 10 degrees. We've done 2.33, so yeah, we're getting there. We've unlocked a metal waste, so that can be reclaimed. Waste disposal, waste from the city to be evacuated and recycled, and the recycling center. So, Waste disposal takes the waste out of the city. Recycling center recycles that. Concrete and high-tech parts. Okay, we've got high-tech parts over here. Where do we have some concrete? Let's just make a quick and dirty little concrete plant over here. So this needed, what did it need? So this is the recycling center. Bring in concrete. You go from there, pop it in there, concrete. That should do the trick. And then we can actually just create the waste disposal right over here. Don't actually need that many of them. Is that then everything? Looks like it. Temperature's slowly going up. We can see it over there. Boop, 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 boop. It's not even that slow. It's going up quickly. If our global temperatures were going up that quickly, it would be a cause for concern. It's only about 10 times slower. Okay, we have a recycling center and we've got a waste disposal. Ooh, I just saw for a second we needed high-tech parts. So we're coming up to a point where our city is now getting very developed. Yeah, there we go. High-tech parts for a second again. So that city is on the cusp of its new level with a population of 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 is where you need the next thing. So the high-tech parts are the pretty complex ones that we've got over here. So high-tech parts, we need aluminium bars and polymer bars. Guess we could make some over here. The high-tech ones, we needed the oxygen stuff, carbon. So we need carbon, where we've got our yeah, we need to actually make the polymer balls first. Boop. Yeah, not very efficient, but we've got a system there for producing a fair amount of high-tech parts. So I might just dump them into like one spot. And I'm assuming we can produce multiple supply centers, so we can just pop in our resources from this side of town now. I'm going to put a couple things here just so as the city expands around, we can actually get in there. So you're going to go from there to there, bring high-tech parts. So we've got a waste disposal over here. I'm assuming we can just connect to the city like that. Add in a depot over here, and we want to get metal waste. I'm assuming then we're going to get a plastic waste later on. Doesn't require waste disposal yet, but it will, I'm assuming. And then we're going to have a recycling center. Okay, so it does both. It does polymer bars and steel and aluminium bars. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, what is happening over here? We filled up on concrete, but we don't have any steel. Have we run out of steel production? Yup. Reach a population of 200 in your second biggest city. Nice. Unlocks nothing. That means we got our 10-degree rise. Do we see anything different visually on the planet yet? I'm not sure if the atmosphere looks different on the edge yet. I don't know. Edge of the ice is still negative. Very, very negative. So I don't think anything yet. Oh yeah, we were looking to sort out this iron. Okay. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Not perfect, but it should help. I don't have enough cars on here that, well, trucks on here that we're not waiting for stuff. It would be nice if there was a set production target thing so we can just not produce as much of something if we don't want it. Okay, metal waste disposal is now necessary, so let's get our recycling center. We're going to be doing a metal. We need to drop in, where is it? Metal waste. So you come from, let's give you a little boopity boop. You go from there to there. You will be doing metal waste. And then these produce both steel and aluminium. So we're going to need to produce a storage for both. So we're going to have steel and aluminium bars. Then we need to start putting those back into production systems. For now, though, we can let them back up. I don't think we have anything that the nearest aluminium consumer is up here. So we need to loop it back into the system. Steel bars, we could bring them back down into the concrete production over here. We need another stop, unfortunately. Can it reach there? Don't think we need a ton of them at the moment. Go ahead and put it up to 5. Starting to look like a bit of spaghetti, but we'll get there. So our second biggest town needs to get up to 200. I'm not sure which one is our second biggest. New Istanbul is at 109, so it must be New Dar es Salaam. Yeah, well, they're pretty much the same, 110, 109. Which has the best access to resources. So we need reinforced concrete. Neither of them have, oh, you've got some iron resource up here. So we're going to do New Istanbul and we'll do some reinforced concrete for you. It's just too long of a distance to start up a fully distributed system at the moment. So we're going to stick to local stuff for now. For now. Okay, so we're going to have the concrete. We're going to have the iron. So let's do some factories. You're going to make steel. So you take in steel bars. Should all be able to reach. Then we could try a rail. This is a fairly long one. I think this is actually going to be... No, okay, it's not the longest one we've done yet. Maybe we stick to road traffic. It would be cool to do some rail. Let's try it. So we need to get that all the way up to our concrete. There's probably like optimal ranges to use these different systems at, but yeah. So we then gonna need depots. So this can go on too. You take in steel bars, and then we're gonna have a factory over here that's gonna be producing reinforced concrete. Actually, this needs to be closer. So you're gonna be taking in steel bars, then we're gonna be producing reinforced concrete. You can get that, and then we're going to take you, and you're going to be reinforced concrete, and then this guy, you are then going to take reinforced concrete from there. Then a train that's going to take steel. How do we do this? Can it not be at a dead end? Do the trains need to turn around? That might be the case. Are they one way? They might be one way. Let's see how we do this. A loop. I have no idea if this is correct. This is the first time I'm using trains, so let's see. I'm assuming this is correct though. So yes, they do need to turn around. There and to there, you taking steel bars. Let's do 2 trains on here. That's cool. Let's slow down. Start unloading before the trains even arrived. Does it just go non-stop? Looks like it goes non-stop, which is fine. Based on the speed, let's get 4 trains. More throughput with more depots over there, so more drones can slap on their goods. We're still in the trying things out phase here, so it's going to be a while until we get things the way we want. But it looks like this should be correct. That's why. This needs to accept the reinforced concrete. That's the problem. Here we go. Does looks like we might be having differing amounts of snow on these caps over here. I'm not actually sure. Let's speed up things a little bit. Okay, I didn't see anything there. I might just be going crazy. Okay, so New Istanbul, at least now, is growing. And there we go. Level 10. Next objective, reach a total population of 3,000. We're at 1,400, but growing. No, something does feel like it's changed, but I don't know what. Anyway, so our big city over here is not great on the high-tech parts, but it is getting them. Can maybe bump this up to 35 trucks. Yeah, we've got plenty. Even go up to 50. This is probably better for a train because it's such a long distance, but this needs more vehicles. This definitely needs more vehicles. I don't know why I didn't have them there. So we've now risen global temperatures by almost 20 degrees. Though we are getting a fall off in pressure. Though we are getting almost to just about -25 at the warm regions. 24. Yeah, so things are warming up. I don't think it'll be long before we get some melting of the caps. In fact, depending on the temperatures and pressures, you get sublimations at lower temperatures than you would just melting. So we'll see how they go, because they do track pressure. So, okay, 1,500. Let's start expanding. Okay, so this place is in the green, so it is expanding. So let's get New Dar es Salaam expanding as well. They need their reinforced concrete. This place actually has so much. I wonder if we could just take it from there. That might be dangerous, because yeah, the iron deposits are not nicely spaced around here to create some, but they weren't much better over there. Feels like it would be difficult to get trains through there. Okay, but now that we know how the trains work, I do think that we need to start getting things up into high gear. I'm a little bit concerned about where like sea level will be once things start melting, but I guess we can't wait forever. So we already have a road over here to get steel along for this stuff, so let's create a steel line. Ooh, we're already running out of stuff over here. Okay, so steel goes from there to there. And then reinforced concrete goes there. This existing line over here doesn't need to exist. But we can transport this additional concrete that we can produce up here to the other place if we so wish. I'm not sure if it's necessary at the moment, but this can go up to, let's go for 50. We might need more steel production, but we'll see. Population is rising, 1,900, almost 2K. So I think what would be the best way of doing things is we have like a little local network of depots where we deliver things via truck to a train station, and we send that all to like a main manufacturing area. I think that's probably the intended way of doing things. Why are you not producing? Okay, they're coming. Looks like we might need a little bit more. Yeah, steel is not great production at the moment. Okay, reinforced coming through. That's not a tier 2, is it? Ah, that's why we didn't change it to the reinforced. I always forget to do that. 2,200 population. We're getting there. Global temps are getting up there, though they are slowing down. New Istanbul is in the red. Ah, it needs the high-tech parts now. That must mean they're, yeah, over 1,000 now. Okay, so we need waste disposal and the high-tech parts there. Difficult. What's this place look like? Waste disposal is insufficient because I think our things are full up over here. Okay, where's our nearest need of aluminium? It's up over here for our high-tech stuff. So I think we need to create a route to get these through over here. Does that actually destroy resources if we build a road over resources? No. Okay. Good to know. Aluminium bars. 20 of them? I don't know. Now waste disposal should be good. Those steel bars are still full. I guess we could start building things like our trucks out of recycled metal, because we're not getting enough trucks at the moment. Trucks and trains maybe out of this. Make a factory there to do mechanical parts. And make some trucks for now. Then we shouldn't run out of capacity over here anytime soon. Maybe we need a few more waste trucks here. Population 2,870. It's growing. It's growing. Okay, so Dar es Salaam is green. New Istanbul, what's your problem? Not enough oxygen. Interesting. Well, we can give you some more trucks. We can also give you just more production. Ba-dum. Level 11. Next thing, objective, reach population of 10k in your biggest city. We've now unlocked nitrogen, water, NF3, nitrogen trifluoride, and ice extractors. Ooh, extract nitrogen and water from ice. Water, also known as the elixir of life. Okay, so water and nitrogen. Why do we extract nitrogen from ice? That doesn't make sense. Unless it's nitrogen ice, but it's too warm for that. Solid nitrogen is like what, negative 60? We've gone past that. Let me see what where's my... Okay, nitrogen freezes at negative 220 degrees C. So it's not going to be solid nitrogen out of ice. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, you know, unless it's like fluffy ice with a little bit of air inside it. But I'm not sure that's something that you would get at an industrial scale. I do find that a little bit weird, but it's fine. I think I'm going to have to call that there for now, though. I'm really loving this game. It's super fun. But we've reached a new milestone over there, which is great. Not quite up to the 10k I was hoping for, but that'll be next time's goal. And looking at the trends of warming, when we start doing this, I think we are going to start reaching some ice melting temperatures with the next terraforming tech stuff. So thanks for joining in, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.